Hey guys, and welcome back to Haiti Loves Italy. In this second episode of our interracial dating series, I'm joined with my beautiful girlfriend Nia, also called Lafania, and I am, as always, Jared. And today we are talking about how to find love overseas or abroad. So the first thing I want to say is some people might say, this is too difficult. This is impossible. How could I find love overseas? Well, we've actually looked into this for a while. After our first video, so many people reached out about finding love overseas. We started doing research and we actually found a handful of super successful couples. And we talked to them, we found out some friends who actually met abroad, and we want to share with you those exclusive tips so that you can find love overseas too. The first thing I want to say though is this is a series, so if you haven't seen our first video, please check out our first video below. That is the starting point. And it's really a good way to launch yourself into this dating series. 5 apps to meet white men is a great place to start if you're looking for an interracial relationship. But this is the way to continue.
Ladies, you have to know what you want and be ready to change. You have to make sacrifices because long distance relationship, and because we don't want it to just be cyber. Eventually you are going to have to go into the real world and meet with that person.
That's right. You know, this is not about finding a online pen pal. This is about finding real love. And real love has to be the priority. You know, when you're talking to people online, you have to ask them, are they on the same page as you? Do they want the same thing that you want? You know, because if that connection isn't there at the very beginning, that you don't want the same thing, then that's not worth pursuing.
And I was gonna point out that a lot of people, you might wonder, like, why would somebody want to find love online? Why not meet people in their same country? Sometimes people want to broaden their option, and which is completely normal.
It's true. Well, you know, I think for men and women it might be different. You know, somebody might want to get a better life. They want to move to a different country. They might be looking for different opportunities. You know, and then somebody might want to marry somebody who comes from that culture, somebody who has those type of values. You know, I think the most important thing here is that we're not being shallow.
Yeah.
This isn't about fetishizing a race. This isn't about fetishizing a country. This is about finding traditional values that people can align on. You know, some people want a strong family life. They want somebody committed to that family, and they're willing to look overseas to find somebody willing to find that type of love. You know, and if you put love on top, and this is important, you have to put love above your job, put love above where you're at. You know, finding that love, that relationship, so that you can build the family you want is going to be the key here. So the first part here is all about mindset. You need to put yourself in the right mindset to find that right person. You know, once you've done that though, once you're committed to this, you know what you want, you're ready to go out there and ready to get it, there's certain apps that are also good for international users.
Yes, and some of these apps, another video we're going to talk about more in depth, but for example, Interracial Couple is really good. Zook is really good. Zook is in over 80 countries, and it's in at least 20 different languages. OkCupid, to name a few.
Awesome. You know, and once you're on these apps and you start talking, there's things to consider. You know, let's say you're looking for somebody in a certain country. Let's say you're looking for somebody from Spain or somebody from the United States. What's important here is that, do you understand first, what is their time zone? If I'm going on an app and I'm only waking up and talking to people in my morning, well, that might be afternoon or evening in those countries. This is something to be mindful of. Being on at the right time is the first step to finding love. You know, beyond being on at the right time, these people have to be open and willing to change. You know,
Yes.
and the first thing there is, like I said before, it's about, are they willing to take that step? And how do we know? You know, when people are typing, people can lie, people can trick you, and that's not the greatest thing. What you want to do is, once you start talking, you feel like there's a connection there, this person says this is what they want, you have some type of alignment there, the next thing you got to do is you got to talk to them face to face, but digitally. So there's Skype, there's Zoom, there's FaceTime, multiple different ways.
WhatsApp, a lot of
WhatsApp,
countries,
absolutely.
everywhere uses WhatsApp, call
True.
or video. Yeah, and then the next big step after talking to them, you know, online and see on video chat, the next big step is you have to set a date when you guys have to meet in person.
That is right. So we're firm believers in making decisions and taking action. Your life, if you want to get to where you want, you have to be action oriented. You need to get these apps. You need to get yourself in the right mindset. Then you need to start taking action. You got to start messaging people, talking to people, finding people who really align with the values that you want for your life.
Oh, I have a question, Jared.
Sure.
So let's say I meet somebody online and overseas. Do I go see them first to their country, or do they come see me first?
That's a great question. You know, I would actually say they should come see you.
Yes.
If somebody is truly committed to you, even if your plan is to move to their country, if they love you and they're truly interested, they'll come see you. I think that's a really key part here. You know, this is about being open-minded. And part of being open-minded is being open to different cultures. You know, different cultures, you need to know languages. You need to know that, are we speaking the same language? Second, do we have the same values?
Yeah.
And, you know, we could only get so far in chat. We can get a lot further by video chatting. But, you know, when I'm here and I can hold somebody and I can talk to them and, you know, I could really get a feel for their heart and what they want in life, that's how we know it's real.
Yeah.
You know, it's only real
need to
when you
know.
have this and we can talk and we can agree. This is what the foundation of real love is. And if you want to align on values, you need to be there with that person.
Yeah. So it's not just about, like, you have that emotional connection. You need to find out if you guys have that physical connection, and that's when you have to meet in person.
That's right. That's right. You know, I think so many things, if things are going to go wrong in this relationship, it's because people don't actually want to take this journey with you. Some people might be willing to chat, but they may not be willing to video chat. They might be willing to video chat, but maybe not meet in person. This is a great way to start pushing people to the
Yeah,
side.
that's your process of elimination. See, once that conversation comes up with meeting in person, the ones who are not sure,
That's right. You know, the most important thing here is that you know what you want, you stick to it. This is about finding love that's value-based. I want to find somebody that aligns with my values, and if I'm not finding them in my local area, or people in my local country or around me just aren't meeting my needs, you have to be willing to be open to change.
Yeah.
And change can be scary.
Yeah.
Change
And
is
your
not
true love
easy.
could be anywhere. Your true love could be anywhere. Why limit yourself to just where you are? And don't ever let anybody make you feel bad about loving someone from a different culture, a different race, in a different country. Because if love is your ultimate goal and love is the most important thing to you, you have to be willing to make those sacrifices.
100%. You know, love is love. So whether we find it locally, we find it internationally, when there are two adults who love and care about each other, there's nothing as beautiful as that. And change can be scary. Taking these risks and, you know, meeting people can be scary, but I'll tell you this, it's worth it. Finding the love of your life, finding that connection, then building that value-based family is the most important thing here. And if you could actually cultivate that, great, fantastic, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap up here. This has been really excellent.
Yes, and we'll do another video more on apps that talk about interracial online dating.
Okay, thanks everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.